Peace, everyone. Welcome back to Giganomics. And let me tell you something nobody in the gig space is talking about. The government is already paying for deliveries right now, today, billions of dollars a year. And they calling people like you and me if you know how to get in position. I'm talking about Medicaid, I'm talking about medical transportation, and I'm talking about senior errand services that the state literally budgets for every single year. You don't need a CDL, you don't need a medical degree, and in a lot of cases, you don't even need a cargo van. You can do this with your sedan. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's paperwork and there's a process, but once you win, you're part of $1 billion industry. Let's jump into it. Before we jump into it, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my coaching students. Her name is Tammy. She's been doing exactly what I've been telling people to do. She got her business established, she got an app built, and she's already out in the community introducing her services. Recently, she reached out with a question that I know a lot of you probably have as well. She asked, how do I get paid through SSI, Medicaid, or through Medicare? And honestly, that's a great question because a lot of people mix those programs together. And I'm gonna break down all three of them so you know exactly where to point your energy, because two of these is dead ends for what we do, but one of them is a gold mine. The first thing you need to understand is Medicaid, Medicare, and SSI, they're not the same thing. And that's where most people get confused. Somebody hear their grandmother received Medicaid. Somebody else says they have Medicare. Another person mentioned SSI, and everybody start talking like they're all connected. They're not. They're completely different programs. And if you don't understand that, you're gonna waste a lot of time chasing opportunities that don't even fit your business. Let me break it down. Let's start with SSI because this one is the easiest. SSI, that stands for Supplemental Security Income. SSI is money paid directly to the individual, not the provider, not the business, straight to the individual. This means SSI doesn't hire you, they don't contract with you, and they don't enroll providers. The person receiving SSI get a monthly payment and they decide how they want to spend it. They can hire you for transportation, they can pay you for grocery assistance, they can pay you for wellness check-ins, and they can use it for rent. It's their choice. So when somebody asks, can SSI pay me? The answer is no. But the person receiving it can absolutely use their benefit money to pay you for your services. Huge difference. Now let's talk about Medicare. This is where a lot of people get disappointed because Medicare generally pays for medical services. So things like doctor visits, hospital stays, therapy, medical equipment, home health services, and skilled nursing, things that are medically necessary. Most of the services that we talk about or that we offer from this channel doesn't fall into those categories. So like running errands, companion care, wellness visits, grocery shopping, prescription pickup, transportation assistance, and senior check-ins. Most of that isn't getting reimbursed directly through Medicare, but there are some exceptions. But for the average independent operator watching this video, Medicare is usually not the opportunity you're looking for. Medicaid is, and that's where things get interesting. Medicaid is the government payer that directly reimburses transportation and home-based services. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. Medicaid is legally required to provide non-emergency medical transportation to its clients. Let that sink in. Federal law says if you're on Medicaid, the state has to make sure you could get to your medical appointments, doctor visits, dialysis, physical therapy, and even pharmacy pickups. The funding has already been allocated, the demand is built in, and the only gap is approved providers. This is called NEWT, non-emergency medical transportation, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that most gig workers never even heard of. Now, here's where it lines up with what you already do. You're already driving, you're already doing pickups and drop-offs, you're already navigating routes and managing time windows. The difference is you're doing it for $6 a trip with no tip, while NEWT providers are building $25 to $90 per trip. Wheelchair runs, $45 to $125 a trip. But here's what nobody tells you. Getting enrolled as a NEWT provider is not instant. It's not an app you can download. You will need one, your business entity, so your LLC and your EIN. That's step one. Next, you're gonna need an NPI number, National Provider Identifier. This one is free, takes about 10 minutes. I'll drop the link below. Next, the most dreaded one, you will need commercial auto insurance, not your personal Geico policy. You need commercial coverage because you're transporting people, not boxes. This is going to run you another $500 to $1,000 a month, just depending on your state and your driving record. Next, state-specific Medicaid provider enrollment. Every state does it different. Some use third-party brokers, some manage it directly. You have to Google your state, Medicaid NEWT provider enrollment, and follow the trail. You may also need driver certifications, CPR training, passenger assistance training, a clean background check, and ADA compliance if you're doing wheelchair transport. So what can you realistically make? Let's talk numbers. Ambulatory NEWT, that's for walking passengers. No wheelchairs, no canes, or no walkers. They can move on their own. The reimbursement is roughly $25 to $90 per trip. It varies by state and it varies by the mileage, but that's the range. Let's do the math on the low end. Say you're doing 8 trips a day at $35 per trip. That's $280 a week. 5 days a week, $1,400. 4 weeks, that's $5,600 a month. Now here's where it gets even better. These are scheduled appointments. You know on Monday what your Tuesday look like. You know on Sunday what your entire week gonna look like. You can stack clients on the same route. 3 pharmacy pickups in the morning, 2 dialysis runs midday, a last specimen run in the afternoon, same geographic loop, just multiple players. Now let's take it a step further, because Newark is the front door, but there's a back door that's even wider. It's called HCBS, Home and Community-Based Services, and this is where your senior Errand model intersects directly with government funding. Here's how it works. States can apply for what's called a 1915C HCBS Waiver. This waiver allows Medicaid dollars to pay for non-medical services that keep seniors and disabled individuals living at home instead of in nursing homes. And what kind of services are we talking about? Transportation to medical and non-medical appointments, errand services, so grocery pickups, pharmacy runs, companion services, homemaker, and even chore services. If you've been watching this channel, you already know I've been preaching the senior errand service model, up to $50 an hour. Now imagine doing that same service, but the government is the one cutting the check, not the senior's daughter, not out of pocket. Medicaid, through a state waiver, reimbursing you directly. The catch, these waivers are state specific. Not every state covers transportation and errand services under their waiver. You have to check, you have to Google your state HCBS waiver transportation services and see what's covered. But if your state is one of the ones that does, you're sitting on a gold mine, but you're digging in the wrong spot. And here's the part I really need you to hear. There's an estimated 5.8 million Americans who miss or delay medical care every single year because of transportation barriers. 5.8 million. That's not a small number. That's a crisis, and the government knows it. That's why the funding is there. That's why the programs exist. They just need approved providers. You can be one of those providers, but you have to stop looking at apps and start looking at enrollment portals. All right, let me give you the playbook. If you're ready to make this move, here's exactly what you do. Step 1, set up your LLC and your EIN. You got to get that done. This is the foundation. Step 2, get your NPI number, National Provider Identifier. It's free and it takes about 10 minutes online. This number is your key to the healthcare system. Without it, nobody can bill you or pay you through any medical programs. Step 3, commercial auto insurance. This is going to be your biggest upfront cost, but remember, you're insuring for a business that bills $35 to $90 a trip, not $6 a delivery, so the math works. Step 4, research your state Medicaid Newark program. Google it, call them, find out if they use a broker or manage it directly. Get the enrollment packet, fill it out, every piece of paper, don't skip nothing. Step 5, get your certifications, CPR training, passenger assistance. In some states, they require defensive driving, so you want to get all that you can. This is the barrier that protects your rate. Step 6, check your state HCBS waiver program. Google HCBS Waiver Transportation Services. If your state covered transportation or personal assistance under its waiver, you just found a second revenue stream that most newer providers don't even know about. And one bonus step, if you're looking at actual federal government contracts like VA hospitals, military base carrier routes, you need to register at SAM.gov. These are competitive bids. They're not open enrollment, but the contracts are real. And if you can land one, you got government work locked in for years. Here's the bottom line. SSI is paid directly to your client. Medicare is too narrow to build a business on, but Medicaid Newark and HCBS waivers, that's your lane. The government is already paying for these rides. They just need approved providers to do them. And once you're in position, once you credential, insured, and enrolled, y'all know my saying, you own the client, you own the route, and can't nobody take that from you. And here's what I want you to walk away with today. The barrier to entry is the thing that protects your rate. Don't run from the paperwork, run towards it, because on the other side of that enrollment packet is a business that pays you $35 to $90 a trip. Now, before I close this out, I need you to do something for me. Drop your biggest question in the comment. I try to read every single one and be specific. Tell me what state you in, because the answer for Newark in Texas is different than the answer in California, and I want to make sure I'm getting you the right information. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, get to your hustle. Peace.